What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Blizzard Brasco, baby. To my new subs, welcome. To the OG subs, the Notification Squad, and 360p players, welcome back, baby. So you're looking at a little bit of Anthem VIP demo gameplay, and initially I was going to do a review on Anthem and talk about, my thoughts and whether I'm going to buy it and all that good stuff, but I didn't even have a chance to really play the game and understand it and enjoy it because of the goddamn servers. Now, I'm gonna give EA the benefit of the doubt. I know a lot of people are like, oh, EA doing EA stuff and typical and this and that. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. This is a highly anticipated game. A lot of people were probably playing this demo. It's the first time of them launching it to the public, so the server probably was extremely overloaded, which made it real difficult for me to play the game and get a good feel for it. And once I was actually able to get into the game itself, I was able to get a feel for it or somewhat of a feel for it and kind of understand the mechanics of the game and whatnot. And that's what I'm gonna talk about real quick in this video. It's more of a first impressions video. When they open the beta up to everybody, I'm gonna play it again extensively and give y'all a full review on it. But so far, I'm gonna start with the good and I'm gonna end with the bad. So starting with the good, the graphics in this game looking very incredible. Now obviously it's not 60 frames per second. There's not really a lot of open world games out there that are 60 frames per second on console, but the graphics themselves in this game are actually very good. The game engine, everything looks good. The trees, the grass, the water, the enemies flying through the air, the sky, everything looks very good. It was nice to kind of get out and look around and explore and fly around a little bit, which brings me to my next point. The movement system in this game actually is pretty good. I really like flying and from one point to another. It took me a little while. You'll see in the gameplay, it took me a little while to figure out exactly how to do it. But once I figured out how to fly and glide and whatnot, like, that's actually a really cool mechanic, man, that you don't see in a whole lot of games these days. And the game is a third-person shooter. It's not a first-person shooter. I know that may deter a lot of people. I prefer first-person shooters, but I'm not opposed to a third-person game. This one actually doesn't feel too bad. It's kind of like, the Division. I played the Division. Division's a third-person shooter. This game actually feels good. The weapons feel good. The movement feels good. It's still going to take me a little while to actually get used to the movement. And like, I see some people dodging and dashing and flipping and doing all this crazy stuff, and I'm gonna eventually learn how to do that. But yeah, the movement system is great. The story seems like it's gonna be pretty good. The story seems like it's gonna be something that'll actually keep you interested, if you're a story person, as far as playing the game and whatnot. So now let's talk about the bad, because there's quite a bit of bad thus far in my first impression. I already talked about a little bit in the beginning of this video, and that in the servers. The servers kept crashing. I was not able to actually get into the game. Every time I would get in, when I would get stuck on a loading screen, and I'd have to restart my PlayStation. Eventually I just got frustrated and I just cut it off. I went back to Black Ops 4. And I never did go back and actually play it again. I was able to get halfway through a mission where you had to go to retrieve the manifold. When I actually went to go and find the mission, it match made me with 3 other people, which is a good and a bad thing. It's a good thing because a lot of the activities that you're gonna do in this game in order to get loot, because it is a looter shooter, the harder the difficulty, the more good loot you're gonna get. So I like the fact that it does match make you with people if you don't already have, a full party of 4 or whatever. But the flip side to that is they threw me into the mission halfway through, so I wasn't really sure what was going on. I kind of just came into it, and then they spawned me with 3 other dudes, and we was like shooting at a whole bunch of enemies, and I was getting fucked up. And then when we got to the end of the mission to actually get the manifold, I wasn't quite sure exactly how we were supposed to do that, and I think the guys that were with me too were a little confused, because it took us a little minute, and I honestly don't even know how we were able to release the little shield or force field that was around the manifold. I just kept hitting square on the little circle thing, and eventually it opened for me, so that was kind of confusing. Another thing that I don't really like, I don't particularly care for, is when you do get loot, when you pick up loot from the world, or when you finish a mission and you get loot, you can't look at the loot and equip it until you're not in the match, so you're out of the match in the the staging or the base area or whatnot. That's the only time you can do it. Like, comparing this game to Destiny, you know, when you find loot, when you earn loot in Destiny, you can go and look at it immediately, you know, and equip it if you want to. Like, that's the awesome thing. Like, if you're out, you know, doing some activity, doing a public event or something, and you stumble across a new legendary or exotic, like, you can pick it up and put it on and use it right then and there. You can't do that in Anthem, and I don't know how I feel about that. Another thing with this game is when you're actually in the base or home, or you know, the social area or whatever, whenever you go out to a mission, you have to actually go walk all the way over to the area where the javelins are, you know, and you have to actually go over there and get in it. Like, there is no just like Destiny has a feature where you can go into orbit, or you can just fast travel the way you want to go. Now, I don't know if that's something they're gonna add into this game later. It may add the ability to fast travel or to just choose your javelin from the menu, but I don't know how I feel about that either. But all in all, I'm still up on the fence as to whether I'm actually gonna buy this game or not. Was actually able to play it thanks to my homeboy Abba. Make sure y'all check him out on Twitter, Abba the Great, man. I really appreciate him shooting me the code to be able to bring y'all this first impressions video. But I'm actually still on the fence as to whether I'm gonna buy this game. Another downside is there's no multiplayer, like there's no PvP, there's no multiplayer competitively in the game, and they haven't really talked about there being one. And I'm a very competitive person by nature, so doing the same things over and over and over again in the open world may get a little repetitive and start to bore me after a while. I don't know. But anyways, if you played the VIP beta, or if you plan on playing the open beta or the open demo this coming weekend, man, let me know down in the comment section. Make sure y'all like this video, share this motherfucker, hit the bell for notifications if you haven't already, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. And we out this motherfucker. Peace. 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 Peace.